Welcome back to Tokyo Fresh. I'm your host, Jordan. I'm here with David.
Good afternoon.
What up, man? Good afternoon. It's just the afternoon as well, recording this
Yes.
beautiful day in Tokyo. It's actually fucking lovely outside.
You know, it was funny last week because we also recorded early last week.
We did.
I felt like I had 8 fucking hours of the day left.
Indeed,
Like,
yeah.
It felt like Saturday went on forever.
I have a really bad habit where it takes me a very long time to start my morning. Because I'll wake up and I'll be like, even if I get up early, I'll get up at like, I don't know, let's say I get up at 6, 7. I'm like, I'm up. I have the entire day. I'm going to go out and do some cool shit. But my startup is so, I'm like Windows 92. I'm so fucking slow with the startup. I can't like get myself going. So I'll be like, I gotta make some coffee. And I'm just slowly hand pouring coffee. Gotta do my hair. I'm just slowly doing my hair. And I'm like, well, I've been up since like 6. It must be like maybe 8 now. Check the time. It's like 3 p.m. It's like every single time. So like, I'm trying to get.
Just gotta get going.
Yeah, I'm trying to get into the habit of like getting up and being like, okay, we gotta go.
So I just annoy myself awake.
Yes.
So like in the morning, I gotta leave my house before 6:50 typically.
Yeah.
So like my alarms are 5:50, 6,
Oh my god.
6:15, 6:30, 6:40, 6:50.
That's so
Right.
annoying.
So like every time I'll be like snooze, snooze, and because like what happens is that I'm snoozing all of them, and there's like
Oh
a
my
different
God.
reaction time for each one. So
Yeah.
suddenly they start to become staggered to where they just go off like every 10
yeah.
seconds.
I
It's like fuck. Okay, yes.
I
like
think
I know
I
I'll get
once got myself into the situation where I needed to wake up. I'd set like 3 alarms because I kept snoozing them. They like compounded into this one hellscape of an alarm where like it went off and I paused it, and then like right again it went off, and I was like, why is it going off again? I just paused it, and then right after that it goes off again, and I'm like, what the fuck's going on? Like, am I dying? Like, why does it? Am I like falling back asleep that quickly? Like, it really messed me up. I was really confused, but it's a good method actually. I think so.
it. Hold on a second. I'm gonna grab my phone because I need it for.
He does indeed. Bless his soul. You're good, man. But no, 100%. I think I'm going to start getting up a bit earlier with the quickness so I can actually move out and sort of live my day. And I think it's important because I want to edit my videos out on time, for one thing.
Or at all.
Or at all, yeah. I think I saw something on Twitter. It really made me laugh. It goes, oh my God, they were right. The answer all along was waking up early. And it is, to be fair, yeah, it is like,
kind of, yeah.
yeah, a little bit. Like a lot of the things you need, you just kind of need more time to get it done. And unless you, even if you spend the time at nighttime, you're like, I'm going to stay up, burn the midnight oil. I'm going to stay up really late and I'm going
I
to get all
used
this.
to feel like shit after. Fuck that. Like,
Yeah,
I do that. That is like my mentality, and I regret it every time. And yet, some reason I just keep doing it.
I think it only makes sense to be up, quote unquote, burning the midnight oil if you've also been like up early, because then you're like working. If you're not, you've just like extended your day. You've extended your 12 hours from like, I don't know, 6 to whatever to like 4 to later on in the afternoon, basically. Like you've not gained any time. You've just moved time from the morning to the night time, which is fine if that's what you're doing. But if you want more time, you have to generally get up early and then sort of work later if that's what you need, basically. It's interesting though. It's been a fun little good little experiment trying to get myself up a little bit earlier. It's working so far. You know, a man's getting up early. It's good times, man. I digress. David, how was your week? Indulge me.
I was all right.
What did you do?
Wait, this is just fake news from Big Morning trying to separate you from your bed.
Listen, fuck you. I don't like morning. I hate the morning.
I don't mind morning. Morning's all right.
David can attest to this. I despise the morning. I'm paid by a big night. You know, I got the Fukuoka on my shoulder. We out here. I'm a nighttime walker. I don't like the morning, but I need.
I'm also the same. It has to be nighttime for me.
But I need more hours. I don't have enough for all the things I want to do. Like I made a really big like timesheet type thing. Like, okay,
Yes.
if I'm up from this time, work is this time, I'm blocking out colors and like sports, and I do like hobbies from this time to this time. I was like, how many hours do I have left over? And it was like -6. I was like, oh,
Can't live your life like that, man.
you can't.
You can't. No,
You
like,
can't, literally.
Stop. Like you need to have like wiggle room for stuff. Because
100%.
If you plan out your life, you just turn to a fucking robot.
You do, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like you can't. do that every day, every week. You'll implode. So I was like, I need to.
Unless you have like a goal you need to do for that week, and you're like, okay, I have
That's
this
different,
much time
yeah.
to do A, B, C. Then that's different. But
I block out time for certain things. Like I'll be like, oh, I want to edit this video by this date. So like I want to do like 3 hours this day, 4 hours tomorrow, blah blah blah, going forward.
Right.
But like, like the entire like day is blocked out. I realize that if I don't wake up earlier, I'm just not gonna have enough time to get things done. You know.
that's fair.
So
I mean, for me, I guess this week is just, it's been another week. There's not really much to say.
no.
No, it's nothing special happened. I can't, yeah, like I'm trying to think, like, what did I do this week? And nothing. No, I didn't want to do anything because my back felt fucked up.
You were telling me, yeah.
I noticed it like on Wednesday.
Mm.
I was in like PE class and I had to do like a demo of like how to do this skill, right? Like we're playing like handball or something.
Nice.
You know how in like handball you can like jump into the crease?
Yeah.
So you have to shoot from outside the crease, but if you jump into the crease, it's okay.
Yeah.
So like I'm going to demo like, okay, you know, take your 2 steps, dribble once, jump into the crease and shoot. And I realized at the time that I'm like, I literally cannot jump because my back hurts so fucking much.
Damn, boy.
And like I didn't notice it until that moment. I'm like, oh. I can't jump.
I'm in pain.
Yeah.
It's not good.
So it's still not great. I don't know what it is. I think I just fucking slept weird or like twisted my back, or I lifted the kotatsu.
Ooh.
So I wonder if that's what fucked up my lower back. I just I usually lift with the legs, but maybe I just lifted
it bad?
wrong. Yeah.
I have the same thing. So I have these like these heating pad, these like sticky heating pad things I really like using, and I had them. I was at the gym Monday and Tuesday. I was working out, and I realized that I was following like my old schedule, and following my old weight schedule means I'm following like my old weights. And me being me, I'm like, I'll drop these weights down like a couple kilograms, but nothing major. Like I didn't slow myself into certain things. And then I realized, I was like, I have the worst muscle pain I've had in years, because like it's just been a while. And then I've gone back and gone way too hard. My body's gone, okay, you're building muscle, good job, but also fuck you, here's enough pain to last you a couple days at least. So I went to like the drugstore straight away, get those like heating pads. Dude, they do wonders, my man. Like they do absolute wonders. And I think if you have, especially like lower back things, bro, get some of those. Really, really good. I cannot. And they're cheap as well. It's like 500 yen for a pack of like 20, bro. It's so good. Like there's something I really like about the weird, what would you call it? Like the weird home remedy style strange things you can just pick up from like drugstores in Japan.
Oh, where it's like, here's like powdered deer penis, it'll make your arms swole as fuck.
Yeah, pretty
like,
much.
It's like weird shit
just
like that.
It's fucking weird shit. It's a spray that you spray on your mask and it stops pollen getting in. I'm like, is this just like microplastic? Am I just spraying fucking
like, who knows,
microplastic
right? Yeah, it's like
into my mask? Like it's fucking weird. But that's fun. My week, I was in Kyoto.
yes.
It was very entertaining.
Do we want to talk about Kyoto first, or do we want to address what's on the table first?
Let's do table. It's more entertaining.
Okay.
We got a gift. Someone.
So this is the weirdest thing, right?
God, I love this.
So like Jordan sends me a message. He's like, "Hey, we got a package," and I'm like, "What do you mean?" He's like, "We got a package from a listener." I'm like, "How? What? Did like what the fuck?" And then he's like, "Yeah, they just sent it to my work."
Yeah.
And the mail guy was like, "I think I have a package for you, but there's nobody named David who works here, so that's real weird."
Pretty much. I famously don't explain things because I can't be bothered to explain things in their totality. So basically, an entire box. So one of our listeners is a Toga creative fan as well. It's a guy called George. Very cool guy. Thank you, George. We love you. He sends us things like he sent us stuff last year as well, which is pretty cool. And he sent like a big box, and in the box he'll like label certain things with certain people. So like this is for this person who sent like a bunch of treats as well. And last year, I don't remember if I got something last year. I believe I did. It was a big box for everyone. And then this year it came, and there was just like a tag. It's just like Jordan David. And then Alex was like, "Who the fuck? Who's David?" And I was like, "What?" They're like, "Who's David?" And I was like, "Let me see the box." He shows me, and I'm like, "Oh, me and David. Yeah. This guy with the podcast with." And they're like, "Wait, what?" And I was like, "I'll take that." Just come down to the office, I pick it up. It's not open yet.
I appreciate the gumption of just being like, fuck it, I'll just send it. It'll get to
Bro,
them anyway.
Yes, fuck, that's so cool, dude. I love that. It was
I
great.
appreciate that, yeah.
Very much so. It's a very nicely. You've not even held it. It's
No,
very
I haven't.
Nice
Is it
little
heavy?
weighty. It's got some weight
yes,
to
yes,
it.
it's
I'm pretty
decent weight to it.
impressed. Pretty freaking cool. David, do the honors and open this
Oh,
box
you
for
want
me.
me to open it? Okay. hang
David,
on.
open this box for me.
Let me
Do
move
the
this.
honors.
It's like Christmas came late.
Bro, it's beautiful. I love a late Christmas in January. I hope it's full of cocaine.
I was gonna say, thank you, George, for your 1 pound of
Shit.
Mexican black tar heroin.
The listeners don't know what we're opening, so we can say it's. We can say it's
Yes, you
anything.
ruined the joke now. I was gonna open it. I'm like, this is a shirt. I'm like, oh, wait, there's a letter. Dear Jordan and David, this shirt has been soaked in black tar heroin. To release the black tar heroin, please wash it in your sink for 3 hours.
Hell
After,
yeah.
remove and let it evaporate.
Hell
the
yeah.
cocaine will end up on the side of the wall.
I love a science
Oh, I
experiment.
think I know what this is.
Oh, that's so nice.
Oh, very nice. I assume one is for you, one is.
Very nicely wrapped, I must say. As a man who can't wrap presents.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay,
let's
hang on.
fucking go.
There is no letter, or maybe there is. Hang on, let me take a look.
Oh, that's adorable. Look at that.
I apologize for the amount of absolute crinkly.
Crinkly that's gonna be happening in this thing. The man.
There's no letter or
No,
anything.
it's just that.
but
Yeah.
maybe, no, wait, this is a letter.
Yeah, that's the letter. Yeah.
Oh, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was like,
my
that's
bad.
the letter.
Sorry, I'm just getting right into it.
If it's the letter anyway, let's
I
find
thought
out.
to me it looked like just
A little
like
tag
piece of
on the
paper
thing?
that was on the thing. I don't
Is
know
it a
what
letter?
It's in an envelope.
I hope so. I hope that is just full of.
Anthrax, no.
Oh, it's just cocaine. No. Anthrax, my only weakness.
My one and only weakness.
My one and only weakness. How did you know anthrax? Oh, it's a whole letter.
It is a whole letter.
Fuck off. Go on then.
Dear Jordan and David,
That's me.
thank you very much with your work on the podcast and congratulations for its growth. The pod is one of the many things that keep me company during the long solo night shifts, and it's one of the select few that I follow whenever a pod episode is out. Jordan, also congrats with your work in TC. Love the informative content and the TC challenges. Please
you.
accept these small gifts as a gesture of appreciation. The one with the music notes is for Jordan.
Let's
While the
go!
one that is game oriented is for David. I hope you enjoy your beverages in these. Wishing you all the best for the new year. Keep up the good work. And if you were up for meetups in Japan, it would be great to see you sometimes. All the best, George.
100%
From
George.
Greece.
Greece.
So, like,
My God.
I never expected
David's blown the fuck
to
away.
be getting, messages from people in Greece. Like, that kind of blows my mind, to be honest.
Bro, these are beautiful as well.
They are
You
very
gotta
nice.
I like that he knows us
He
very
knows
well.
enough,
I like
yeah.
that. The second I saw it said game, I was like, oh, this one's for
I do
David.
like
It's nice, dude. Dude, thank you so much.
Thank you, yes.
I'll be staining this with many rounds of caffeine. I'm gonna leave it in the box until I get home.
Yeah, I don't want to open it here and just have a
More,
ton of garbage
yeah.
on my
'Cause
desk.
I'm gonna be looking at it for the longest time. Oh, I
Just
love.
fiddling with it.
Is this made out of bamboo? Oh my god, it is.
Oh,
it's
is
like
it is an eco-friendly,
It's eco-friendly. Let's go,
carbon neutral since
We-
2020.
bro. We are a carbon neutral podcast. now.
Most definitely not because we use electricity, but
we use so much electricity. No, we have little people in the back behind the camera running on
a
wheels.
treadmill.
Yeah. We generate our own electricity here at the Tokyo Fresh podcast. Don't you worry. Don't you worry at all. George,
Why do you think we're facing it toward a wall? You
listen,
can't see.
we can-
you can't see past there. We don't want
we
to talk about
cannot
that.
show you what's behind the camera. We will be cancelled. It's TOS. I went like a BB gun, just like,
Shut up.
go right there.
The stream's only running at 720p. You need to run faster.
Run faster. We at 1080p minimum. Fucking sick. Thanks, George. This is actually a very fucking sick present. Love you guys. I shall be using it. We should definitely have like a PO box style thing or something like that.
I could probably set one up. I don't know. There has to be a way to
There's
get
gotta be a
forwarding
way.
address because I know you can get a forwarding address in the US.
yeah.
So you must be able to get a forwarding address or like a holding address
Oh,
here.
100%. If anything, I would literally just use the Tokyo Creative offices as a forwarding address. It'd be
Right.
way easier, just way more straightforward. But just send them there. I'm there all the time. I'll
Just
go get
address every single box to me,
Bro.
and they'll be like, "The fuck."
them. Please do that. Just address every.
And then
box
eventually
to
they just
David.
have to hire me because they'll get tired of
100%.
getting my mail.
They're like, all right, David, you're the mail guy. You just
You've been promoted.
your job is to collect
now the mail
your
guy.
mail. Just collect your mail. Get the fuck out of here. Come in twice a week. Get your mail. fuck off, mate. Doing this too much. It'd be sick. I'd love that. Like, it'd be really fun to. We should ask the new podcast daddy if they
the podcast daddy.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm calling them podcast daddy. That's the our new.
Okay. Yeah.
What was it? What's the actual word for it? Our new. Not conglomerate. Fuck.
Conglomerates.
Well, technically, but what's the word?
The dark cadre. I don't know.
Yeah, the dark padre. Ooh.
The dark cadre is like
Dark
a
cadre.
fucking cool name.
That's pretty fucking sick, honestly. I digress. That's fun, honestly. We should get together for the box. We're also talking about. I'm just like doing like random podcast cleanup stuff, but we were also talking like doing not PayPal, doing a Patreon.
Yes.
A Patreon thing, and I want to ask you, the listener, would you be interested if we did a Patreon? And if we did a Patreon, what type of shit would you want us to give on the Patreon? Because I've been researching Patreon this week.
It is like, honestly, all the Patreons I've ever seen, it's always just been like absolutely random as to what's like on the thing. It's like some people like, I have tiers of like $1, $10, $25, but all of them are the same. So it's like, why would I ever pay $25 unless I was a nice person?
I've never for me, like I didn't understand, like, so Patreon is like you're paying for this thing and you're getting something extra, something like secret, hidden, something just for you, for the members, basically.
Like the hidden RSS feed to like a special podcast episode or whatever. Yeah.
So like I think one that I like is the Doomscroll have like a secret weekly episodes. Well, they do like 2 a week, and they have like a kind of more tame episode and like an unhinged episode that is like the secret Patreon episode. It's fun. I thought that was a good idea. But then looking at other podcasts and seeing what they do, not to shit on anyone, but what the fuck, bro? I've seen some absolute...
You're gonna have to expand on your ideas here.
I was looking at different Patreon things this week, and I saw some that was like, oh, we have a $1 tier, and it was like $1 to support the channel. I was like,
yeah, it's like a tip jar type thing.
It's cool.
What's $1 a month? Like that's like nothing.
Yeah, I was
if
like,
you work a regular job at dollars, like
yeah, it's $1. It's like a couple yen, $100 yen, and a little bit.
Yeah,
it's not even a cup of coffee.
Spent more at the convenience this morning.
Literally. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. They have like a tip jar style thing.
Type thing. Yeah.
Thanks for give us money so we can buy coffee beans for the podcast. I don't know.
Sure. Yeah.
And then as the tiers went up, it was really weird things like, oh, $10 a month, and we'll say your name on the podcast.
Yeah.
It's like, for $10?
Yeah. That's pretty common.
For 10? I don't understand it. What are you getting out of it? I don't get it.
The love and satisfaction that you were helping us.
I mean, that's what
I don't know.
tip jar's
Maybe
for.
I'm just like, maybe we're just extremely cynical and jaded, and
we are.
Like, why would you ever do that?
We are. No, we are. In my mind, I think like Patreon is money equal extra thing from creator I like.
But I don't think that's the case.
It's not. It doesn't seem to be. And that is blowing my little fucking mind. Because in my mind, it had always been money for extra thing.
Yeah.
But a lot of them is just like, money, here you go. And I'm like, what?
I like you, so here money.
Yeah.
Right.
Blows me. I mean,
which is fine, because like it depends on what kind of a creator you are, right?
Indeed, yeah.
So if you are someone who is like, I don't know, I'm thinking like the most heinous example. If you are someone like Filthy Frank, right? You are never gonna get monetized on fucking YouTube ever, right?
No. Yeah.
So like, how are you gonna make money?
Yes,
you do it through
true.
Patreon, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And I think like someone like Filthy Frank or Joji, they now not so much, but before, like he could have made a killing on Patreon,
yeah.
Just being like, yo, if you give me money, I will keep making videos.
Yeah,
like that's it. Like that. Like, that's the only promise is I have to keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
But now you're giving me some kind of a kickback, because like I'm not making any money off of YouTube.
It's true. Yeah, you're right.
And I mean,
at
the moment as well, like we're not making any money off this podcast. Like $0. Like we haven't made anything.
Love of the game.
Yeah,
love of the game. Apart from a few merch sales, but that's it. And love of the game.
I think I made like total over the 4 years we've been doing this. Maybe $100.
Nice.
But I'm thinking about like how much time did I spend putting into designing the
podcast stuff. Yeah. It's true.
So
I mean, that's the thing. I think we just do it because it's fun.
Yeah, honestly, yes.
It's the whole thing. Like, I remember talking to because as the podcast was growing, I was talking to people about it, and they were like, "Oh, what do you do?" Go on.
Dan says, I follow one that's $25 to say your name at the end of the podcast, but the viewers have ridiculous names in an attempt to get the host canceled.
Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, that's fucking brilliant.
when I'm having to like, I don't know, like name drop Mike Hunt or Huge Ass or whatever.
Huge Ass. That's funny. So that's my thing. If the names are so ridiculous and that they're trying to get like the host banned potentially, what do you do there? Because you can't not say the name. They've paid for it.
Right.
So
Yeah.
you have to
so
say the
you
name.
Have to say the name.
That's fucking brilliant. That's really funny, actually. Okay, right. That's pretty fucking good. I think for us, it's more like do the podcast. I love the game. It's really fun to like make the episodes for you guys, and we update it because it's like, well, we want it to sound good.
Yes.
We want the topics to be good.
Like
you know what I mean?
I got paid. I'm gonna buy another microphone
So
just
we can
so we
have
have it for 3.
Guests. Yeah, exactly.
And run it, no problem.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I hope that I hit record on this because no, I didn't. So that sucks. So I'm gonna hit record right now.
On
And I
what?
guess I'll just pull the audio off the stream.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot.
What did you forget to hit record on?
Yeah, I forgot to hit record. Like a moron. It happens. It is what it is. Whoops. That's all right. So from minute David in editing from minute 26, please insert this audio. Beep. Okay, thank you.
Why did that get me? That's really funny, Dave. What the fuck?
It's never ending with this fucking horse shit. I swear
I
to God.
love it's always like silly things like that. I found it really entertaining though. Okay. I digress. I was gonna talk about Kyoto.
Fuck.
You're good, man. You pull it from the YouTube and it sounds
I
perfectly
can't.
fine.
Yeah, it'll sound all right.
Let's talk about Kyoto a little bit.
Okay.
So I went to Kyoto for like a work thing. Can't really say what it is at the moment because like the video's not out yet. So it's still hush hush. It's not a video. It's like it's gonna be an Instagram thing. But anyway, so I was like, I'm gonna stay in Kyoto for an extra day, and I was like, I'm gonna stay for an extra day, make like a YouTube video or something, do some kind of content thing while I'm there. Ooh, won't that be a good idea? But I hadn't decided yet. So me fucking on the day, the day before, I was perhaps going to stay the day. So I'm in Kyoto in my hotel, I'm chilling. I'm like, let me look on booking.com. I've not stayed in Kyoto in years.
Right.
Whenever I'm in the air, I'll be going to like, I'll be like in Hyogo, I'll be in Kobe, I'll be in like maybe even Osaka, I'll be in like, but I'm never in like Kyoto proper.
Right.
Not since like
Forever.
literally for like I can't even think how long it's been. So I'm looking at hotels and I realize, bro, there's not really many good hotels here, are there?
In Kyoto. Like like in like downtown.
Like proper Kyoto proper.
Yeah.
Like you want to stay in a dorm, a shared dormitory? Oh, go for it. There are billions. You want to stay in a shed. You want to stay in like a nice mid-range hotel?
Yeah.
Oof. Good luck. You want to stay at the Ritz Kyoto? Go for it.
Yeah,
It's open.
No one's fucking.
No one's doing it. It's got rooms, but like everywhere else is really difficult to like try and stay in. Like it's really hard to like, you know what I mean? It was very strange trying to look for like a normal room, and I realized like because there are so many like backpackers going like in and out of Kyoto, it's still very much like this weird student focused like really cheap dormitories, really cheap like rooms for rent type thing. It's very fucking weird. Like so the problem is if you want like a mid-range place to stay, it just doesn't exist.
Right.
Or like
Yeah. It's
right?
either like the 5-star ryokan or just a shithole.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and some of the shitholes, bro, they were shit. Not by my definition, by booking.com definition. There was like one that was 1 star, and the review
That's bad.
bro, on booking.com, you're 1 star. That's not good. Like, I've seen reviews that were like, it was really cold and the walls are really thin and the window wouldn't like open properly and the oven wouldn't close properly, and I'm pretty sure I saw a cockroach, but like when I came in they bowed really deeply and they said like Ohio gozaimasu, and I felt that Japanese culture, so 4 stars. Like you know what I mean? Like so if you're getting like 1 star, what have you done? Like how did you fuck up that badly?
Transient came into my room, but he just stayed there and shot up heroin. It was
It
fine.
was fine. It was
He
cool.
didn't hurt me at all.
I wasn't hurting anyone. I met a Ronin while I was there. It was really cool. Like, he had like a sword. Well, it was more of a syringe than a sword, but same difference. This is Japan. You know what I mean? Like, it's cool.
It wasn't samurai armor. It was a knit cap and a ratty ass jacket, but it's
I
all
mean,
right.
he had really nice like brown samurai. I mean, it all said like Aeon Mode on it. I'm not sure what that is. I think some kind of Japanese culture. It was really nice armor.
No, he wasn't wearing his armor. He kept it in a plastic bag behind him. Like I could hear it clinking around.
Fucking guys. Classic Kyoto. Kyoto's nice though. I walked around for a little bit and I like.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Kyoto's nice.
I love Kyoto. I've not been in so long, like walking around like the stationy area, like indulging in like nostalgia. I was like, holy shit, I've been to all of these areas. This is very fucking cool to walk around for a little bit. And then I went back. I was like, all right, back, Kyoto. I gotta go back up one point to do. It was like, Kyoto, bye. Get fucked.
Later.
Yeah, literally. Been in Kyoto in a while?
Last year.
Shit, you did. It was literally last year.
Last year.
How's Kyoto?
Old.
Like
I don't know. Like,
old,
what do you
bro.
say? What do you say?
It's
Kyoto's
old, bro.
You know what? I will say this about Kyoto.
Go
on. Their train system's fucking hot trash,
bro. It's
like Kyoto is like one of the weird cities where like I feel like you have to take a taxi or a bus everywhere.
Yeah, or walk for hours.
Or walk. Yeah. Like it's weird. There's like no trains that go to where you want to go.
They can't be. That's the thing.
Yeah, right. Because you'd be bulldozing the shit you want to see.
Yeah, literally.
For trains.
Yeah, there's so much old shit there. You have to walk. Like that's the thing. Or take bus.
Yeah, or take the bus. Same thing in Nara.
Yeah. You gotta walk everywhere. There's no trains going anywhere. Basically.
There's like if they put more trains in Nara, the amount of fucking deer they would hit and murder is.
It's already fucking wild.
Yeah, it's already pretty bad.
Like every time I've been to Nara, they've been like, I'm sorry, there's a deer on the track, so we're stopping.
We're gonna have to wait.
Gotta wait. We can't start it, you know? We gotta wait. It's fucking insane. Kyoto's nice, but I think I was surprised to see it was a lot emptier than it normally is.
Really?
Yeah. I was like, tourism's back, everyone's here, woo woo, Japan's open, but like
it's not as busy as you thought it was gonna be.
I thought it was gonna be jam packed, people fucking everywhere. I can't get a Shinkansen ticket. Everyone's in my fucking way. No, it was chill.
It wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad. Honestly, I was very surprised. I mean, now saying this, everyone's gonna hear it and go, "Oh my god, it's time to go Kyoto.
It's time to go now.
You gotta go now. Now's the time." It wasn't that bad, honestly. I think what's happened is
my ticket yesterday.
Kyoto has banned tour bus.
Foreigners.
Close. Only some of them that ride tour buses.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Oh, you mean the Chinese?
Oh,
that's just Japan.
That's just Japan, bro.
That's just Japan. Japan has banned the Chinese. That is not a joke, by the way. Japan is.
They literally have. Yeah,
Chinese.
that was like a week ago.
Yeah.
So Kyoto has this new rule, guys. You gotta be aware of this. As you're getting the train on the Shinkansen going from like Nagoya to Kyoto, there's a kanji test. And if you don't score at least 80%, you gotta go straight to Osaka. You know that's called Kyoto. Osaka you can go. They don't give a shit. Osaka's like the fucking Texas of Japan. No one gives a fucking shit about Osaka. Fuck off, mate.
Osaka is definitely the Texas of Japan.
Osaka is the Texas of Japan. Nagoya is the Birmingham of Japan. Like these are facts.
What's Tokyo?
Tokyo?
Tokyo's the London.
Tokyo's like
central.
I would never insult Tokyo like that.
Tokyo has excuse me.
Tokyo has shit to do. London is trash, bro. Like Tokyo, I don't know, man.
Tokyo's just clean Paris.
Yeah, Tokyo's like better Paris. No, literally.
Yes, that's why I made the comparison.
No, good.
We already have the Eiffel Tower. It's orange. It looks better.
We got a better Eiffel Tower.
It.
Mm-hmm. Has one piece on it sometimes. Fucking. What has the Eiffel Tower done for you lately?
Yes.
Huh? Apart from be racist and probably built by slaves. Nothing. Useless tower. Shit doesn't do anything. Fucking dumb. I can get baguettes in Tokyo. What am I going to Paris for?
I mean, at least Tokyo Tower sends like fucking TV signals.
Bro, it's so cool.
The only thing that comes out of the fucking Eiffel Tower is, nationalism and French people.
I don't like any. No one likes either of those things. I'll count them both right now.
Done.
Soar off Paris, push in. Not Paris. Yeah. Soar off Paris, sink into the ocean. France is great.
That's gonna be very difficult since it's a landlocked city, but
listen,
we'll try.
I'm willing to put in the work. I'm willing to
just a giant circle around the entire city as
it
just sinks into the.
If we cut. So in my mind, it's like we have a big cartoon saw, and we just like
like a Bugs Bunny with Florida.
We're gonna Bugs Bunny Paris, and we will jump at the same time, and then you gotta run.
That's how it sinks.
It slowly starts sinking, and you gotta run. You just gotta get out of Paris.
Yeah.
You gotta get to the borders, basically.
It's like a reverse battle royale where you want to run into the circle. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you want to get.
The smartest place to go would be the Eiffel Tower at that point because this is going to be the highest thing.
Nah, we sinking that bitch deep.
Fair enough.
That's gonna be just no highest point, bro. It's gonna be all ocean. Think one of the Great Lakes in America. That's what we're making.
Okay.
I want that shit to be deep. I want people to go down there in like 200 years and be like, yo, there's a city down here? The fuck?
Is this Atlantis?
Is this Parisian Atlantis?
Atlantis is more French than I thought. Look, I found fossilized shit. It's just a baguette.
Why is there still a man down here smoking?
He's just still sitting in like a cafe outside with one of the long fucking cigarette stick things, smoking.
He's still alive. It's been 100 years. I won't leave until my cigarette is done. He's just still there. He's got gills.
He doesn't need to breathe because he's chain smoked so much he doesn't use oxygen anymore.
My body works on nicotine and coffee. I'm fine.
It's okay.
I love Paris, dude. I want to go back. Not Paris, France. I want to go back to France eventually. Like, there's some really cool areas I want to visit. Oh, man, I fucking love this shit. I think Kyoto was good. It was fun, but I'm done. I had to go back to back to Tokyo.
It's the UK's warped your brain.
It's really got me bad with the brain rot. I'm not gonna lie. Fucking nonsense.
Fair enough.
Anyway, speaking of fucking
brain rot.
Brain rot. Yeah. You want to talk about today's topic?
Yes.
It's pretty fucked up.
It is pretty fucked up. So I don't. Do we need trigger warnings? I don't think we do.
Trigger warning. Talking about the Japanese police and their fucking incompetence once again.
Yes. But specifically about people getting murked. Murked is a good word. Yeah, I think you can use murked.
And stalking and stuff. There's a lot going on in the story. So
okay.
Legit.
So that was why at the beginning I ran off to go get my phone because I've bookmarked all the things that I want to talk about.
Fucking useless.
So
go for
this happened when? Last week?
Last week, I believe.
Okay. That is not what I wanted. Here you go. So, last week a woman got stabbed outside. What was it? Last week or this week? I think it was this week, wasn't it?
It was on the news this week. I saw it
on the news this week. Okay, it might have been this week or like early last week. A woman got stabbed outside of like 200 meters outside of Hakata Station, which is the biggest station in Fukuoka. In like not in like broad daylight, but like
it wasn't 3 a.m. It was like, you know what I mean?
It was like in the afternoon ish, like 7 or 8 p.m. something like that. So, she's I mean, I'll just read the story.
Please do.
A 38-year-old woman who was fatally attacked on a street in front of JR Hakata Station here on January 16th, so it was this week, had repeatedly consulted Fukuoka Prefectural Police about stalking by the arrested suspect, her ex-boyfriend. The prefectural police repeatedly warned Susumu Teruuchi, 31, based on the Anti-Stalking Act that had came into effect. This is new. The Anti-Stalking Act is new.
It's useless.
Came in November of 2022, issued a restraining order banning him from approaching the victim, Miki Kawano. According to the explanation by the prefectural police's personal safety division, the only personal safety they're keeping is the personal safety of the police. The first consultation from Kawano was on October 21st when he said that he, so Teruuchi, took my cell phone. I want it back. I want to break up with him. So like, Miki Kawano basically said, yeah, he's took my cell phone. I'm breaking up with him. I want my cell phone back. 3 days later, Kawano asked the police to warn the suspect after he did not agree to split up. So she's like, I'm breaking up with you. And he just goes, no. The fuck you mean? No.
Hold that point. I once heard this before. So when I was an international student, that's the first I'd heard of like this. Sorry, no, forgive me. I was in the UK and I was talking to international students. And the first I'd heard of that no thing, we're all drinking and hanging out. I'm talking to one of the students. And she's like, oh, I got a boyfriend. He's based in like wherever she's from in Japan. And I'm like, oh, that's nice. I'm sure you guys must be able to do long distance. But after a year, you can go back and like he'll be there. And she's like, oh, but like I kind of want to break up with him. And I'm like, oh, then, be an adult about it. Just be like, hey, it's not working. We're going to break up. And she's like, oh, I did that already. And I go, so you don't have a boyfriend. You've broken up. She goes, no, but he didn't agree to it. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
This is not a like a shake the hands type of deal.
No, saying to Marcus, we don't go. Well, so you sign here, Hunko there. Looks like we've broken up.
I'm willing to give you 2% equity in my like. It's not
In
a
my
business
life.
deal.
No, I'm being like, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? No, you break up and you're done. She's like, no, we have, like, if he doesn't agree. I'm like, my mind was so broken by this conversation. I had to bring in support. I was like, I need other people to hear what I'm hearing, so I know I'm not
fucking insane.
I'm not going fucking insane. I was like, you, other female friends, come here. You have international experience and you're also the same gender as woman talking absolute shit. Come and help me out here. We all came on, and all the girls were like, no, once you say it's over, that's it. And her mind, it like fucking doors were opening. She was like, so I can just control the narrative? And it's like, you're in a, you fucking.
Yes, you can just leave.
You can just leave.
Well, apparently not.
Apparently not.
According to this. Anyway,
Japan. Go on.
let's continue. So, she said that there's like, I didn't agree to split up. She also told the police that Terauchi knew where she worked, to which the police advised her to move residence and change jobs.
Oh, fuck off, you stupid.
Can you imagine that? Hey, someone is stalking me. Can you please make them stop? Why don't you just change jobs and move to a different house?
Why just stop being stalked?
The fuck do you
Fucking
mean?
idiots.
So, like, because someone is being an asshole, it's recorded very obviously that he's being an asshole psychopath. And then I have to move and get a new job? No.
And then if I move and get a new job, and then evidently he's gonna find where I am again because he's a fucking stalker. Well, you thought about doing the same thing again, getting a break. So I'm meant to stop my career because I assume that she's been working somewhere for a while. Stop my career, get a fucking new job, start a career from school. What the fuck's wrong with these people?
So here's what happened.
Useless cunts.
So the police advised her to move residence, change jobs, and conducted patrols around her home. The authorities warned Terauchi and asked him to submit to voluntary questioning, but his stalking and harassment of Kawano apparently continued. Yeah, no shit. The police didn't do fuck all.
Of course, they didn't do anything. It's like, well, we've done nothing.
We've done nothing and we're all out of
ideas.
We're out of
ideas. We're out of ideas. Idiots.
Right. So on November 21st, Kawano asked police to take action against Terauchi after he showed up at her job. That's fucking creepy. And 2 days later, she told the authorities that he had called her workplace. On November 26th, police gave Kawano an emergency call device that would connect police if she pressed a button, and issued an emergency restraining order in accordance with the law. Dude, the dude is a psychopath. He does not give a singular fuck about a restraining order.
What's wrong with these people? What's the button gonna do?
It's like a
like a panic button.
Basically.
Unless it teleports them to where she is.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
It's like it's like the situation, right, where someone's like, if you punch me, I'm gonna sue you. It's like, yes, maybe, but I still get to punch you first.
Literally.
I don't
still
think
get punched.
Like, I still don't understand why you don't know how this works. Like, regardless of if you sue me or not, I still beat the fuck out of you.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. It
regardless
still happened.
of if I call the police or not, I'm still gonna get hurt.
If you have nothing to lose, as clearly this guy has nothing to lose, it doesn't matter to them. Like, we're gonna call the police with a restraining order. He fucking gives his words.
Right. So at the time, Terauchi reportedly showed compliance with the order and told the police they would no longer approach her. On December 9th, the prefectural police urged Kawano again to move jobs and residence. Then on January 6th, 10 days before the attack, police contacted Kawano by phone, where she reported that there was nothing unusual. This is apparently the last time police checked on the situation, and then she turned up dead in front of Hakata Station, stabbed by the fucking dude who was stalking her.
The Japanese police are so fucking incompetent. They're so fucking incompetent. Like, this is the whole. This is a wider problem in Japan where everything's okay until
nothing's okay.
Nothing's okay. Like everything works fine until you want anything that's slightly out of normal deviation, or if anything slightly like needs any level of like elbow grease to get fixed, it's not gonna get fixed. You want a cheeseburger? You can get one. You want a cheeseburger without cheese? You have ruined the entire system, and McDonald's is now shutting down in Japan. And the police work the same, and they shouldn't. But they do. And he goes, if there's no crimes, everything's okay. Everything's okay. Just hanging out, playing mahjong, I assume, in their fucking kobans, doing little bike rides around, going to the combini to buy like little police manju or some shit. And the second there's a crime, they don't know what they're doing. They don't.
No.
They don't know how to stop the crime. They don't know how to prevent crime happening. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's been proven time and time again. They're incompetent. It's basically basically no police here. Police don't exist in this country. It's
weird. Okay, so The reason I wanted to talk about this is
Go on.
because one, it keeps fucking happening.
It does.
And what I mean by that is, if you have not heard of the story of Maya Tomita.
Yep.
Do you know Maya Tomita?
Is that the idol who got?
Yeah.
Yep.
So this is eerily very similar
Almost
to almost identical
Identical. Yeah.
to the exact. So what happened to Maya Tomita? Maya Tomita was an idol, not like a super pop. I don't think she was like a super popular,
small time,
like
yeah.
smaller tier idol. Like she's not an AKB48 or whatever,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But she had a fan, and this fan was stalking her, and he was sending her gifts, and then she's like, I don't want them, send them back, right? And then he approaches her at a fan signing type thing, because that's what you have to do as an idol to make money, because they pay you hundreds of dollars to
Do
whatever, like
yeah.
touch your hand or shake your hand, or they don't do that anymore.
Thank fuck.
for exactly this reason. But anyway, you know, he got like up in her face and stuff, you know, and was very belligerent about it, and was like, why you send it back, blah blah blah. And I forget exactly how the situation happened, but she had turned to walk away from him, and then he stabbed her in the back. Not once, not twice, not 3 times.
Nope.
61 fucking times.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Now, luckily, she lived. Unfortunately for Miss Kawano, she didn't. Again, this was after Maya Tomita had asked the police, hey, this dude is stalking me, 100%. I have evidence of this. And they go, we can't help you.
We can't help you.
Why?
Oh.
Why? Like, her case was the case that got Japan to change the laws about online stalking.
Yeah.
So, again, this is why I say, and it stands true to this fucking day, is that nothing happens in Japan until someone fucking dies. And luckily in that situation, someone didn't die, but they were fucking close. As close as you could possibly be.
Which is insane, because someone was as close as they could possibly be to dying, and they still went.
And it's still not even enough. It's still not even close to enough.
Well, of course it's not, because the new like anti-stalking law things they have in place didn't do anything.
They didn't do anything.
Didn't do shit. It was like, because even now, like, they do a weird thing of, like, in a sense, like, sort of victim blaming.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's like, oh, I'm being stalked. Well, have you thought about moving houses?
Yeah. Why haven't you moved house? Why haven't you changed your job?
Why didn't you move jobs? Why don't you move?
What do you mean move and change my job?
Why didn't you upheave your entire life to an area to avoid this one person, so we don't have to do any work? Absolutely.
Are there any politicians that are trying to fix the problem? I'm gonna wager yes.
I'm gonna wager yes, but I'm gonna wager
they're not in the LDP and in a cult. So
I'm gonna wager they're in some tiny ass party.
Yeah. The Common Sense Party. The Atarimai Party.
Atarimai. Japan needs I cannot. We need. You know that guy who does the whole like NHK Bukurosu party?
He was on TV the other day.
Love that guy. Then he changed to like the get old people out of politics party. Love him. He needs the Atarimai party.
Yeah.
Where he just does like, yo, can we just do this? Like this shit makes sense. Can we just fucking do this?
But I mean, back to the police, right?
Yeah.
So like, you have a police force that is huge, like absolutely huge. Like, if you see a Koban, there's 2 police assigned to that Koban, like every single time.
Every time.
So imagine how many Kobans you see. There's one. There's one. Not even a kilometer from my house.
I can literally cycle how many are in like this vicinity of my station. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the next station.
There's
5,
2
6.
within walking distance of my house.
There is 12 within like my station and like the 2 on the other side. That's
so for you, that's a minimum of 24 people
fucking insane.
Working in your area, right?
It's crazy.
So like, why are they not able to take action? And on the one hand, so I did some research about like why this would be the case, right? And on the one hand, I have a little bit of sympathy for the police, which I probably shouldn't have.
Nah, fuck them. But go on.
But I'll explain why. So it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy kind of problem, right? So you come to me and you say, I have a problem with stalking.
Yep.
And I say, okay, there's nothing I can do for you. Why? Because the law specifically states that I cannot get into altercations in a domestic thing.
personal thing.
So
Yeah.
if I do get involved, I'm breaking the law. Now, as a police officer, probably not the person who should be breaking the law, right? So the way that the law is written actively prevents the police from doing their job on one hand.
This is retarded.
And then on the second hand, because it's been that way for so long, the police are not equipped, not trained, and they don't care to intervene because it's not their job. It's not their responsibility, right? So like if they're not required to do it, then they just kind of wash their hands of it because they have other shit to do. Like, and I'm reading like other shit about the police where like they have like sting operations to try and catch thieves. Where they leave a case of beer inside like a marked car and wait there and see if someone goes to steal it.
Do you know what nonsense these fucking cunts, like, they're wasting so much time on fucking petty crime and bullshit. Like,
100%.
Like
yes.
in my station, they have these weird. There's a weird stationy trap thing where like you can't ride your bike. Remember leaving my station? You leave for like the Norawa exit, and it's like that weird like pathway from one side station to another. You cannot ride your bike through that thing.
Part.
You got to get off your bike, wheel it through. Once on the other side, you can like ride your bike away. And they do this like once or twice every 2 or 3 years, where there'll be police hiding in a corner of the state, like in a little corner, tucked away, little by the ATMs, tucked away somewhere, and they'll just hide there. And they'll wait all fucking day. They will wait there for people to ride their bikes through the thing, and they go, oh, stop right there. That's Goman. An on-the-spot find of Goman. And I'm there like, yo, people are getting like viciously attacked. Why are you standing here all day?
Right.
Finding people for the pettiest, dumbest crimes.
And then you wonder why people like, not even people, just like I'll even make it more specific. You wonder why women never go to the police to report anything.
Don't do shit.
Because they one, they can't do any shit, can't do shit, and two, they never will do shit.
Nope.
Because it doesn't behoove them to do anything, right? So it's like women with stalkers are absolutely fucked because they don't have any kind of recourse, right? And it's not even that too. Like I was looking up the statistics for like men who are sexually assaulted as well.
That was horror. Oh my god, dude.
They just don't. It's like
nothing. They don't
like
report it.
99% underreported because the police don't do anything.
Yep.
Right. It's just
there's not a police force in this country. They don't exist.
Like
apart from like bothering foreigners and being annoying and doing petty sting operations, they don't do shit. Like literally, they don't do anything.
Yeah,
useless, bro. That's depressing.
It's really fucking bad. Like you would think at this point, right, where you have something like this happen.
Yeah.
And you think that it would be very easy for them to just push something through where it's like, if stalking happens and there is without a doubt that the person who is doing the stalking is X person, the Japanese police can hold that person for, 2 weeks with no
charge of a crime. Yeah.
Charge of a crime, right? So they can hold them for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Just hold them for 2 weeks.
Just hold them.
Like, as fucked up as that is, because they should never be able to hold someone for 2 fucking weeks.
Well, they can and they do.
They can and they do, and that's fucked up.
If you have this fucked up power and you're using it to hold like random foreigners in perpetuity, go out and hold some stalkers as well.
Yeah,
grab
but it's another thing too, right? Because like the Japanese police force is so concerned with their fucking image, right?
No one likes you. Your image is bad.
No, but they're concerned about their image to like other people, right? So like when you see Japan, and it's like, oh, Japan has like a 99% conviction rate,
yeah,
right?
bullshit, yeah.
Like it's like, oh wow, that's really fucking high. Like Japanese police must do their shit, and it's like, no. The reason why it's fucking 99% is they will not prosecute anything that is not a fucking slam dunk.
Yep, nothing.
100%.
100%, yeah.
Right, and I feel like if they did do everything that came to them, their success rate, their conviction rate would drop significantly.
100%.
Right? And like, to me, that doesn't matter. Because if more stuff is getting done,
Mm.
but the conviction rate is like half of that,
That's fine.
that's fine.
That's fine.
Because you've successfully
Yes.
stopped more crime,
That's what you're meant to do.
like
Conviction.
more actual crime.
Yeah, conviction rate doesn't equal crime solved. Just equals like you're doing like the bare minimum to like get that rate high. Like if anything, I'm more worried when the conviction rate is that high because either you're one of two things are happening. One, you're throwing away people who've not done that. You're just throwing anyone away. You're looking
Right.
anyone up. You're going,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
that guy. Lock him up. It's a dictatorship. It's a police fucking dictatorship basically. Or two, nothing's getting done.
Right.
It's only one of two things.
It's all petty crime because it's infinitely easier
Yep.
to convict people on a petty crime.
I mean,
right?
I was reading stories that people were like, they were saying things like, oh, this person was like stalking me, or something was going on with like the situation, and they went to the police and they were like, hey, I'm being like harassed by this person. Can you do something about it? And the police would be like, no. Do you know who it is? Yes. Do you know, Yeah. Well, it sounds like a personal issue, something we can do. And then the person basically had to do their own detective work. They had to go out with their phone, taking videos, getting statements from people, getting like people say, hey, did you see this guy? Yeah, can you write a statement for me? Yeah, sure. They had to do the police work themselves and then take that evidence to be like, look, here is the evidence of the story. Here is my binder of evidence. I've done your job for you. Go and get this guy. And even then it was like, we'll need time to look it up. What the fuck? I've had to do your job for you.
Yeah.
Fucking useless.
It is. It's just fucking bad.
It is.
I agree with Dan here.
Mm.
He's like, literally, my friend's daughter got touched on the train, and they didn't even tell the police because they're afraid the guy would take revenge. That is a thing.
Seriously?
It's like defamation, right? It's like,
Oh, that's right.
right.
In Japan, even if what you're saying is
It's
true,
you can still be sued for defamation and lose.
Mm-hmm. It's insane. I'm not saying this is what one should do. I'm just saying that this is important to start. I'm not saying this is what one should do. But when I was shopping recently, I found balaclavas in a store somewhere.
Mm.
I'm not saying it's time to bally up and get vigilante justice. It's never the way.
Right.
But what I am saying is that if you know someone who knows someone who knows someone who perhaps knows someone who can do that for you, there's enough chains there, you know? There's enough
you
proxies
put enough
there.
people in between you and the...
Yeah. I'm saying that if the person that touched you on the train turns up brutally beat up, just horrendously fucked up, I mean, in my opinion, that's A-okay.
Yeah.
That's
it's like...
A-okay.
Yeah, maybe they don't change the laws in Japan because if they did, Japan's crime rate would massively go up and ruin the safe Japan myth. Maybe, because that is like, I don't think Japan is like advertising Japan as like Japan is safe.
No,
but I think that's like it is a weird myth that has kind of been perpetuated. By people who live here and. Maybe like Japan, like Japan is safe. Like there's no crime. There's plenty of crime.
There's plenty of crime. It's been slowly dying. I think as the internet becomes ever more sort of interconnected and people realize like, oh, Japan isn't as quote unquote safe as I thought it was, or like Japan isn't quote unquote as easy to do X as I thought it was. I think that is slowly becoming more of the norm. People really understanding what Japan is more than like ever before. I think, like for example, when Abe was fucking assassinated, most successful assassination in history,
the 20th century,
bro.
At least
there's a documentary about it I watched. Like,
oh really?
I'll send you. It's fucking brilliant. Where in this documentary, guy shoots Abe, and the people go, "Hold on now, let's hear him out." That's crazy. You don't have that anywhere else.
Hear out the assassin?
Yeah.
But
they heard him out. Because he was chill. Like, he wasn't like, you take an American shooter. An American shooter's like, oh, I killed them because, insert Reddit green text here, basically.
Right,
some bullshit.
Like I'm an absolute psychopath.
Oh, white genocide. We're running out of toilet paper.
Right.
I didn't
whatever fucking whack job,
nonsense, dickhead reason they have. It's never, but then, guy was like, oh no, he brought like this vicious cult into the country and helped it like, get sort of like really deeply set into politics and basically bankrupt my entire family, causing me to go into like ridiculous depression. The guy almost killed himself. He tried to kill himself. So like his siblings would have like money from his life insurance claim.
I know he's being put on trial now.
Free him. Free my man. Let him. Do you know what? It's a mulligan. Let him go. Let him go. Abe helped in perpetrate this crazy cult in the political system, basically ruining thousands of lives, and then he got shot.
Thousands. Oh man,
Millions.
Dude ran the country.
True. Listen, we've seen the graph. You fuck around, you find out. Abe fucked around at a 10.
He was at a 10.
He was at a 10. This is what a 10 looks like. You fuck around at a 10.
He tried to keep the fucking around on the down low.
Oh, that's even worse.
But now the fucking around got out, and he found out.
If you fuck around this is what a 10 looks like for all those involved. If you fuck around at a 10, you're gonna find out at a 10. I never want to find out at a 10. That's why I never fuck around. If I'm fucking around, I'm 3 at the highest. 10. Abe's crazy. Abe was a wild guy. He's a crazy guy. What happened. But what I'm saying is like that caused the laws to change. They then dove into like the parties and the government structure, who's in the Moonies, who's not in the Moonies, whatever cults. Like,
right.
They really dove into it. And I think, it's really hard to say, but I think at this level, I don't think anything's going to change.
Nope. Unfortunately,
I don't think it.
You know what? It will come down to if people remember what fucking happened in the fallout after his death.
Yes.
Come next election, and I guarantee you, the LDP will try and sweep that shit under the rug so fucking quick. It'll come out the other side.
I would like just a couple years of a really good party to be in office in Japan. Just the Atarimai party, you know?
Okay, speaking of the NHK party, here's a wild. Do you know a guy named Gashi?
Gashi. Tell me about Gashi.
So Gashi is it was basically explained to me that Gashi was he's basically a pimp for.
Okay.
Yeah, his name is Yoshikazu Higashitani.
Nice.
And this is a wild story, but it has to do with politics. So
okay,
it's wild. Right. So he's known as Gashi, and he's a former YouTuber and former businessman. And basically, what happened is that he would basically be a pimp for like celebrities, politicians, and he would like find them women, and he would like send them to them and do all this stuff, right? So he's kind of got like dirt on fucking everyone, right?
My boy.
So Gashi, what he decides to do is people are fucking around. They're fucking around. And Gashi's got dirt on these motherfuckers, so they're gonna find out. So what happens?
I like this guy.
What happens is he's part of the NHK party, the NHK Bukuwas party.
Of course he is. The greatest people are. Go on.
And what happened is he's like, I'm going to start outing people for the fucking shit they do. But not only that, is he's in the NHK party. He has all this dirt on other politicians. He's afraid of getting arrested because the lawmakers are going to send the police after him.
Yeah, of course.
He flies out of Japan to live in Dubai.
Let's go.
He runs a YouTube channel and he basically goes, yo, here's the deal. You motherfuckers have fucked with me, so now I'm going to fuck with you. Every month on my YouTube, from this day forward, I'm going to release details about this person. If any of you motherfuckers step to me, you are moving to the top of my fucking list for next month.
Let's fucking go.
Right? And here's the craziest bit. He ran for office in the NHK party while he was in Dubai, and he fucking won.
Shut the fuck up. From Dubai?
He did no campaigning, nothing, and he fucking won.
This is our next prime minister. Put him at the top. What a fucking legend.
So it says he is a member of the NHK party. As of July 2022, he lives in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. In August of 2022, he skipped what would have been his first day as a lawmaker because he feared arrest if he came back to Japan.
Nah, yeah. It's confident. Yo, listen, you can Zoom call in.
Like, look at this dude is like a maximum fuckboy.
Oh my fucking god.
Maybe I should bring it up on the
this is like
the fucking stream.
This is like I travel abroad sometime. My man's got like the fucking Yankee cap with the brim and no label. Just he's wearing himself on a shirt.
Right.
Do you not see his shirt? Is that his own merch? Is that what that is?
Probably, yeah.
You absolute fucking legend.
So I would love to translate this page, the Japanese Wikipedia to English, because it's like pretty it's pretty interesting here. So I'll read it out. So
wait, is this his life on the Wikipedia page?
basically, yeah.
Wait, I'm diving in to see.
There's so much here.
Holy shit.
This would take forever to go through, but like
Links in the Discord.
Yeah. I'll link you the thing.
Oh,
but the
my god.
So you know what a catch copy is, right?
Yeah.
The catch copy of the book that he's writing is Reiwa's Dark Hero, the first paper bomb, which is pretty
fucking lit.
So it describes his own life, the reality of secret business of being an attendant. So basically the front and back of the entertainment world.
Yeah.
Corruption of politics, economy, entertainment. And even before its release, it ranked first on the Amazon Publishing overall ranking. The first edition sold 50,000 copies and exceeded 100,000 copies one day after its release.
Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god. I think Japan's in its find out era.
Yeah.
I think Japan's been fucking around for a bit too long, and now they're finding out bit by bit at a time. Like this is like a thing that's been happening. It seems. I'm seeing light at the end of this tunnel. Next we need more politicians like this. I hope something.
So here it is.
Go on.
Here, this is new news about
Go
this
on.
guy.
Go on.
On August 12th of the same year, in a collaboration with YouTuber Kore Kore,
Don't know who that is.
he's
Some YouTuber.
He's a YouTuber.
Aye.
It's pretty popular. I know Kore Kore.
Oh, fair dues.
It was announced that the first diet session would be the ordinary diet session convened in 2023. He said that he was prepared to be interrogated with immunity from arrest. On August 19th of the same year, he announced on his Instagram that he'd open an online salon.
Okay.
Okay. On September 30th of the same year, the ruling and opposition parties unanimously decided not to approve the overseas travel notification submitted at the Upper House Management Committee Board, even in the extraordinary diet session convened on October 3rd. On January 11th, so that was recently, 2023.
Yeah,
that was last week.
Fuck.
The Metropolitan Police Department searched the homes of Azumaya's affiliates for violating the active punishment of violent acts, habitual intimidation, and suspicion of defamation.
Classic Japan. Fucking.
So
defamation.
they're trying to just fucking
silence
pin
him.
for
Yeah,
something, right?
yeah. Bullshit. Nonsense. Oh, it's defamation. Oh no, it's not. Fuck off.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh, I actually really hate that law in Japan. That whole anti-defamation. You can't defame someone even if it's true.
He seems like a fucking scumbag.
This guy?
Yes.
Oh,
like
100%. Oh, 100%.
But if he's being a scumbag to take down worse scumbags,
yeah,
I'm fine with it.
Sometimes you need a bigger scumbag to take down an even bigger scumbag. That's okay. Let them eat each other, basically. Let them go around, because this isn't my world to tangle in, so I'm gonna leave them to do it. That's fucking interesting. Do you think that eventually? Do you think this case is going to cause the stalking laws to change again in Japan? Or do you think it's gonna be nothing?
I think if people make enough fucking stink about it, yes.
Like the Abe thing, yeah.
Yeah. I think so, because I think there's a couple things about this story that are a little bit
different.
And what I mean by that is that it's location to a very like main like hub. Right?
Yes. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Hakata Station is the main hub in Fukuoka.
It's huge.
It's like this is like someone getting fucking stabbed outside of Tokyo Station in like the bus terminal.
Oh yeah, same size.
Right?
It's fucking crazy, yeah.
And then you find out it's like, oh, it was a stalker and whatever, right? Like it's that kind of, it's that tier of thing, right? So I think that there's a possibility it could. Because again, someone died, so like my saying says, nothing moves or changes unless someone dies. And someone died, so something better move and change.
100%.
I imagine that probably something will happen, or at least the stalking laws will be amended. Or like at least amend the stalking laws to be like the police can interrogate or hold someone on suspicion of stalking if it is proven that that's the case, right? Like obviously, I don't want to give the police some kind of executive power to hold someone when they shouldn't be able to hold them, because that's a recipe for fucking disaster, because it's going to be abused because the police are fucking shit
Instantly, yeah, 100%.
But if ultimately, in my opinion, if that leads to more people getting held for a week who are innocent, but it stops the stalking from happening and people getting killed, ultimately, I think that's a win.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Yeah. I think we need it. They need some kind of like robust change to happen in the Japan system. I think the stalking law, of course, needs to be changed, but also this weird law about how you can't get involved in people's personal matters. No, you're the fucking police. That's what you're here for.
Especially if someone is explicitly requesting that you get
involved. Like, it's not a crime if someone's literally, hey,
right,
come and fucking help me do this. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, it's ridiculous.
Help me do something about it, because like I cannot. As a woman, it'd be like, I cannot defend myself if this goes physical. Right?
I remember reading a story connected to the idol one. I think sometime after that, like in a certain area, there was like a group of almost like ex-Yakuza people, like ex-cops and ex-Yakuza, and they were basically like, we have like this company, and the company's whole thing was like, we're gonna like deal with your stalker issue.
Yeah, we'll go break his kneecaps.
Yeah, pretty much. It was like, we're gonna
money. We'll go break his
kneecaps.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was like, we're gonna charge you a fee, but we're gonna. He will not have the ability to stalk you anymore. Let us know who he is. Show us the evidence, and we will do.
Yeah, I think it was something like they were ex Yakuza or something.
See, once again, the Japanese Yakuza are doing more for the people than the fucking police.
Yeah, like
ridiculous.
Like to me, that's just wild, right?
Fucking stupid.
Like when you think about the Yakuza versus the police, and like, yes, the Yakuza's like methods are extreme and violent.
They are.
But at the same time, if they're preventing the crime against a person who is clearly a fucking weirdo stalker person, then okay.
If I'm a woman in Japan, I'm getting stalked, and I go to the police and I'm like, hey, this guy stalking me, and they're like, what? If what about moving to Cancun? If what about changing jobs and maybe getting plastic surgery? And I'm like, well, can't do that. And then I see this news report, and it's like, oh, this man fucking stabbed the person he was stalking, bro. And I know like there is this company I can call, perhaps maybe
deal with the issue.
If I call them and go, hey, can you help me out? And I'll pay you, I don't know, like $500, $1,000, even $2,000 to come deal with like this stalker. Yo, I'm gonna call them.
Of course,
I'm gonna call them.
Why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, I've tried the legal way. I've gone to the feds and been like, hey, can you help me out? You guys have gone, no. I'm gonna go to the fucking guys who can help me out. Then clearly,
yes, of course.
I'll pay you the money to get.
Because the implication there, right, is like the police are saying you need to move house and switch jobs.
Yeah.
Or I could just spend the money that I would have spent moving house and switching jobs to have someone go break someone's kneecaps, and then my problem is literally solved
forever. Moving house in Japan, that's $4,000 right there. Getting someone's kneecaps broken, maybe $2,000. That's a bargain.
Yeah.
Maybe I get a first time discount. Maybe I get a stamp card.
Right. Who knows?
Who knows?
These people have wronged me stamp card.
Yeah. The thing is, it's really good because every knee is a separate stamp.
Ah, okay. You get to double up.
You get to double up, which is good. I like
that.
That's
it's like the the 7-inch versus the foot long.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Yeah.
You get to double up. It's a good service.
They're using the subway method.
And using the subway method. They would have broken Jared's kneecaps.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
100%. They would have
1,000%.
100,000. They've broken those kneecaps. I honestly worry about the. So because the police are so useless, and if they don't make a change with the law, I honestly think there could be an increase in these sort of underworld style companies going around basically breaking kneecaps. Because what this proves is that the Japanese Japanese police force won't lift a finger to stop crime happening.
Right.
And once the crime has happened, maybe after that they'll lift some fingers. But maybe
because okay, so you have to look at it too from another way, right? Where like it's very evident that the police are not going to fucking do anything, right?
Yep.
So my question is, if they're only looking for crime that is not domestic, like who's to say that's not domestic crime? And the police don't get involved.
Looks domestic.
Someone walks up to me, hit me in the kneecaps with a baseball bat. I don't know who they are.
Yep.
What do you do?
What are you going to do? Even then, police, we've proven to be useless.
Proven to be useless. That they can't do anything.
You drag yourself to the police because your kneecaps are broken.
Right.
Get fucked. And you're like, oh, someone hit me in the kneecaps. Oh, don't know what happened. Do you have the name and address? No, I don't know who it was. You thought about moving?
They're wearing balaclavas.
They're wearing some designer balaclavas.
But that's the thing.
Fantastic.
Like, if they are like actual criminals who have actually murdered people and killed people,
Yeah.
like they know how to do it.
They know how to do
They've
it.
clearly gotten away with it.
Yeah.
So
They're professionals.
They have no qualms with like stalking that person, finding out where they live. You go out to go to work one day, you walk down your stairs, dude with a balaclava and a baseball bat breaks your fucking kneecaps.
This image shouldn't fill me with joy, but it really does.
Right? But and then like what do? You're just like, my kneecaps are broken and the guy's already gone.
It's gone.
You have no idea what the fuck just happened. Like it would literally be like a random attack of violence, right?
It would be. No, that's the thing. So you wouldn't be like, stop stalking person. Don't. No, that's gonna
because you and the person who hit you with the baseball bat are not related in any way.
No connection. You go there, drop the cash, you go home. His kneecaps are broken beyond recovery. Look at that.
Right.
I would love to know if the audience, let me know in the episode tab of the podcast. Let me know about what do you think about this Japanese versus Yakuza. What's your take on it? Because me, it's bad when the police are so trash. You're on like Team Yakuza. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
That's
yeah.
you
should not be on the side of organized crime.
I don't want to be on the side of organized crime, and only in this one situation, I'm like, I go on then. I go on then. You know, and that's really bad. That shows how like trash the police are, basically.
Right. Yeah. It's
not
just
good.
what are they doing?
Fucking hell.
Yeah. It's a real weird situation, right? Because there is that myth of like Japan is so safe. Well, Japan is so safe in like relation to what?
Yeah.
Like third world countries? Yeah.
Yeah, I
okay.
guess so.
So
yeah.
there's a lot of fucking places, but like that doesn't mean it's always so funny when people are like, oh, but Japan is a safe country. It's like, yes, but that doesn't mean that crime doesn't happen, and that doesn't mean that there's not the capacity for crime to happen.
Exactly.
Yes, per capita, maybe there is less crime. That doesn't mean Japan is a utopia society like fucking Star Trek where crime doesn't happen.
Bro, I saw someone write on Twitter something along the lines of, well, like Japan doesn't really happen crime doesn't really happen in Japan because it's a 90% Japanese nation, and respect is really important there. Like, is this fucking Logan Paul? Who the fuck's writing this shit? Like, calm the fuck down, bro. Like, it's not that deep. Even then,
or like shit like, oh, Japan is so safe compared to somewhere like Brazil. It's like, yeah, but I don't. We don't live in Brazil. What if?
That's a very American political tactic.
It's like,
I like that a lot.
Oh, well, it's more safe than America. Nobody cares. We don't live in America.
No, we live in America.
Literally doesn't matter.
There were no guns in Japan, so I don't give a shit.
Regardless of if America was the safest fucking country or the worst fucking country, that has no effect on the safety
of Japan.
Of Japan.
Let's take
such a stupid what ifs. Like,
take Japan as
what about this?
Yeah,
right?
Take Japan as a separate case study. Japan, you're doing Japan versus Japan. Japan 2020 versus Japan 2023 or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You're gonna compare Japan with Japan, not like Japan with like random dangerous countries. Make me going, well, Japan is as dangerous as yeah, we know. Yeah, of course, but shut the fuck up. You're not living there right now, so calm the fuck down. You know. Silly. Even then, connecting onto like random stalkery things, the other thing that, of course, our listeners would never do this because our listeners aren't fucking stupid, but in the same vein, we're talking about like stream sniping before the podcast.
Yeah.
And I think that is also, I wouldn't call that stalking, but I
don't know. That's very much in the same vein.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's stalking in a sense of the way these other people are being stalked, but I think it's like the veins are touching. It's very you're doing a very similar thing, like
right,
like to the extent where if this person wasn't streaming, would you do the same thing? Why?
Most definitely not.
Yeah, so there's been like a weird, I think like uptake of people like stream sniping people's streams and going to their locations and being fucking weirdos. It wasn't what's her face was streamed? Shibuya Kaho.
Yes, yeah.
It was stream sniped.
Like, someone just showed up at fucking Tokyo Station while she's going home.
That's so creepy.
Like. But it's not okay, like here's the difference though, right? It's one thing to stream stripe and show up on stream where you have an audience of like, whatever 1,000 people, because like those people are popular enough where
100%.
It's they have an audience of people that are going to be like, hey, like maybe you shouldn't fucking do that. And, you know, but her situation was doubly fucked up because it was when her stream was off. It was off. Like she wasn't actively streaming. So like they knew she was going back to Tokyo.
They waited for
her at the station because she wasn't streaming anymore. And then that's when they were like, hey, you know, like I was following your stream and blah, blah, blah. Like that's fucking creepy.
That's so creepy. What the fuck? In my mind, I was always like...
And like, she's also not like a big woman either.
No,
like,
she's tiny.
She's like maybe like 5'5", 5'6".
If that,
like,
she's
small.
Creepy. But in my mind, I've always thought like, what reactions do they expect to get out of these things? Like stream sniping, but also just like meeting someone sort of when they're done streaming, knowing like where they're gonna basically be. Like, what do you
what reaction do you expect?
What did you expect? Like, you're gonna show up, let's say streaming for them. You're gonna show up on my stream. I'm like, I'm working. I'm doing, you know, because in a sense,
it's work.
They're working. Yeah. I'm working. I'm streaming, entertaining my viewers of like my boys on stream, and you just turn up and you're like, I'm taking over the stream. For me, it screams like this, like a weird that American, sorry American, not throwing the bus, but there's like this American sense of like individuality. Like, I'm the main character.
Right.
I want the conversation to be about me. I want to be involved in this. Like, and you jumping on someone's stream with that, it's very much like, ugh, we're not here to. We don't care who you are. There was that guy. The last time Sea-Dog got stream sniped, it was Matt something. It's Matt guy. He's like another smaller time like YouTuber stream or whatever. It was him and some other people like dived onto a stream to basically be like, oh my god. One guy was being a massive, like, really drunk, annoying dickhead, and the other guy was like, I'm just here to meet you, just want to hang out and chill. And it was like, bro, time and a place. Like, you can't just see
show
their streaming
up and be like, someone be like, oh yeah, cool, just like come and sit down with me. Like,
I also do kind of creation stuff. Let's talk and hang out. We're not boys like that.
Yeah.
Like right? Is that not why did you not see how weird that is? That's like us doing the podcast and someone just walking in and being like, "Oh, hey guys,
where's the mic?
Oh, hey guys, I also listen to the podcast." Okay. Who the fuck are you? Fuck off. Like, it's so strange to me. Like,
it's fucking weird. Like there's a difference. It's the intent behind it, right?
It is. No, it is.
If you are like walking down the street because you happen to be walking down the street and you see someone you know who is streaming, and you are like, hey, you know, like what's up? Like, fine. But the actively going to their stream, finding out where they are, and going to that exact location is fucked up.
Like, for example, when I was during like Halloween, I was out all night hanging out with people. What's that person's name? Tanuki something. Tanuki Japan. I forgot her name entirely because I don't follow her at all. But she's really cool, very nice person. She's like a Japanese streamer. She's very, very cool, and she does like language stream basically. And I was on a stream. I didn't know she was streaming, but like I was like, oh, you're streaming. That's cool. But I didn't know who she was because I don't really follow Twitch streams like that. But I was on like, I think I was on like a bunch of streams that day. And everyone was like on a bunch of streams that day because like that's what Halloween is. And in those situations, it's like, yes, it's fun. This is what the situation is. You're going to meet someone, they're going to be out streaming, you're going to meet them. Oh my God, hi. The amount of times I saw like people interacting with her being like, oh my God, hi, watch your stream, it's really cool. And that was it. I was like, that's it. So you need to do easy, calm reaction. Hi, nice to meet you, very cool, and you're done. To go to that location on the purpose of derailing their stream or being annoying, that's fucking creepy. I mean, but that's my thing. Even if you did that, so if you're like, oh my God, like my favorite fucking streamer is 10 minutes from my house right now, I could literally go out and find them. I mean,
well, it's funny you mentioned that, right? Because like before Retro Gaijin and Shibuya Kaho were doing like a stream together.
Yeah.
And they were in the fucking amusement park in Yokohama.
Let's do one down there. Yeah,
like 10 minutes from my house.
We can see it.
And I'm like, I could have 100% went there and stream sniped them.
Oh, 100%.
And I'm like, that's fucking weird. And people in their chat were like, do it. And I'm like, no, that's fucking weird. Like, don't do it. It's fucking weird.
Yeah,
like,
it's
don't
strange.
do that.
I think even if you are a person who's like they're like let's say even closer. Let's say they're like you're watching the stream and you're like, bro, that's my local supermarket. They're basically down the road from me, and you're like, well, who's to say I don't need to go shopping right now? I'm not saying don't, but be cool about it.
Yeah, don't
You know what I'm saying?
Don't be fucking creepy weirdo.
Be cool about it. If you're gonna stream snipe someone, if you're gonna go and dive into their stream, don't be a fucking weirdo. Walk past. Oh my god. It's person I like watching. Oh, you're streaming? Oh, my bad. Love your stream, bro. Keep it up. Oh, thanks, man. You've given this man. There you go. Positive interactions. Everyone's having a good day.
And then if they're like, yeah, no, it's cool. Like I don't mind.
Yeah.
Then fine.
Then fine.
But if that's not the reaction you get, fuck off.
Fuck off. Read the fucking room, my boy.
Yeah.
Like, that was that one I saw the guy. He showed me before, and the guy, like, took his jacket off and shit. My bro, like, took his jacket off. He's, like, sitting down all comfortable in stream, like, what, boys, what are we talking about, kind of like. I was like, yo, this is the wildest shit I've ever seen.
Like, yo, I like, if God forbid this ever happens, but, like, because, like, I don't think we're going to do RL streams or whatever.
I don't
like, maybe we'll do a meetup.
Maybe one day.
Right?
We'll think about it. Yeah, meetups would be cool. Go on,
but
continue.
If someone ever like approached me and like did that shit and I had like a camera on me and you know we're doing like an RL stream, I'd be like, you need to fuck off.
No, 100%.
I have absolutely no qualms with telling someone to fuck off.
For me, it's all about the vibe. If you're in the stream,
Yo, move the fucking kooky. I agree.
Yo, move that kooky dickhead. It's not hard to. No, 100%. 100%. Like, it's not hard to read the answer what's going on. Like, if you are diving into someone's stream, basically diving into their, in a sense, place of work and being like, oh my god, great, I'm a big fan, love what you do. Sorry guys, I'll continue. Like, no worries, man. Yeah, that's nice, good interaction. But if you're diving into being a cunt, I get that a lot of like, Connor's really good at. He's very good at like being very
de-escalating.
Very good at de-escalating, being very courteous, being like, thanks, you know, we're still streaming. Haha.
I would love to have him on and talk to him and just, you know.
It'll be cool. I've never met him, so I can't even like ask him. That's the thing. I've only met one of those people from that circle, and he was cool, but I've not met any others yet. Eventually, I'll probably meet more of them, I guess. But
right, yeah.
Who's to say when? He makes really cool stuff. Honestly, I like his content. It's really entertaining. But yeah, don't be
a weirdo.
Don't be a weirdo.
It's not hard.
That's the lesson of the day.
Don't stalk people. Like maybe that's the biggest takeaway you can take away from this. If you take away anything, is don't fucking stalk people, you weirdo.
You fucking creepy cunt. Don't be fucking weird. It's not hard to not be weird, honestly.
Yeah. Anyway,
guys, I'm gonna stretch it and I'm gonna leave it there. David, any final words? Any final thoughts?
No.
I fucking love you. Alright, guys, I will see you guys next week.
I'm sure the second that I turn off the microphone, I'll be like,
you're like, I was
shit,
meant to say all these other things. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, see you guys next week. Until then, you know, stay safe, be cool. There's a thanks for listening to the other podcast shout out that's going to be in this episode, right?
Thanks. Wait, what?
The pod?
No. That's not starting until February. It's not February yet.
Ignore me. Bye. It was January.